morning, regular morning crew. Hi, hello, hail, Mary meet to everybody. Of course, yeah, it's another day of the week. It's Saturday, and we did an earlier show at 2, and ended up becoming a little bit of playing American Truck Simulator because nobody was here. Which doesn't surprise me because no one's here right now either. But I'm here. So, now, I didn't get everything up yet. I didn't get the panel up. Well, I think I do have it kind of ready. Yes, I do. I'm just checking sure the sound's working because I'm testing. Yep. That's good. That's working. And so let's get the donate screen on. I was playing American Truck Simulator. I actually getting a little better at driving, but now I'm actually in a part of the game where I can get my hazmat certification. Good God. Carrying gasoline, propane, diesel, not exactly what I call fun, but I guess it's better than carrying corrosive, dangerous liquids or dangerous gases like anhydrous ammonia and a few other things. But yeah, it was just let's see. Yeah. Hey, what's the story with you, computer? Hi, Krista. How you doing? For some reason, Nightbot is not. There you are. Finally, you wake up. Okay, great. So as I sent you this morning, I checked the bill online on the NASQ's website. It was like I thought, big. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't see me this morning because I think a lot of the morning crew, such as yourself, were still asleep. And I ordered powdered saccharin on food stamps through Amazon. So now I will be able to do things like make our own baked goods using saccharin, making them things from scratch instead of buying sugar-free things that really contain the NutraSweet stuff, which I can't really handle. So I just thought of something. If I was ever to start a bakery, what would I call it? Totally saccharin. Totally saccharin bakery. Saccharin all the time. Yeah. Saccharin cookies, saccharin cakes, saccharin. Maybe I even stock homemade saccharin ice cream. Which could be good, actually, because not everybody likes NutraSweet. Not everybody likes stevia, and not everybody likes the, what's the other packet there? Splenda. And so I remember back in the old days when you could get things from bakeries and saccharin. And so, yeah, definitely I'm interested in considering that. That would be a great possible job. Finally in the game, I am now in American Truck Simulator. I was playing it a little bit before it came online. Again, did my traditional unintentional demolition derby, trying to drive straight. Smashed a few cars in the process. As the controller is hard to steer when you're trying with an Xbox controller. And I think the problem I have with the Xbox controller is that the pancake button seems to be a little too sensitive, and it just creeps around. That could be possibly that there's a problem with that controller or Xbox 360 sensor. Who knows? The controller otherwise works fine, but it's like it seems to have a little bit of a creep factor, which means that the controller will slowly drift one way or the other. Not sure why it is. According to Linus Tech Tips, he said that this stick is pretty fixable. It's not that bad. It just seems that, at least Microsoft didn't use those stupid tri-wing screws. Oh well, let's take a screw here, take a screw here, take a screw here. There's 6 screws, take them out, and then just replace the control that needs to be replaced. If you can't adjust it, I believe it's using a Hall effect sensor, but I'm not sure. Now, on Discord, people were wondering would it be practical for Michelle to move everything into her bedroom for the studio? Not entirely, because the green screen would be a problem, because the green screen would not really fit in there. It's not a big deal, but it's just a bit of annoying. But it's still an additional pain in the ass and stuff like that. Then you have to deal with Ed needs to buy himself a bed. And he said to me, I'm really saving about to buy a truck. Okay. You're saving up to buy a truck. Fantastic. Alright, when are you going to get it? I don't know. Maybe, when the insurance goes down. Insurance goes down? Good luck. Yeah, I don't know. This is my hair dye shirt. I didn't change it out yet. It just, pretty much been that. I got up about 1 in the morning, after I slept for a few hours, and then I just came up here, and I've been up since the 2 to 4 show, and now I'm doing this show from 10 to whenever, and then after that, maybe I will come back up and figure out what we're going to do for tonight's show. I haven't figured that out yet. A lot of the people on Discord were a little bit disappointed that I didn't actually do the night show at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, you know what? I'll tell you a secret. If I had done it at 3 o'clock in the morning, most of you guys would never have seen it. So let's see what I got for messages here. Okay, let's see what I got here for news here. Failure to take aim at GOP leadership at CPAC, including possible veiled threat to Kevin McCarthy. Staying on our state, Democrats lash out after state becomes first to pass abortion ban post-Roe. Interesting. But that's not Connecticut, though. Although, maybe it is. I don't know. This is what it says, okay? Indiana becomes the first state in the nation to approve near total abortion ban post-Roe. Well, yeah, okay. Ukraine-Russian war about to enter a new phase. No laughing matter in America too sensitive. Comedian weighs in after Chappelle controversy. Buried treasure. Stunning exhibit showcases priceless artifacts from the sunken shipwreck. Voters approved billions in IRS funding as Sinema says she will support bill. Officers shoot 3 men who fired at a 75-person party. Retired acting ICE. Oh, come on. Director slams Mayor Browser, Mayor Adams for immigration hypocrisy, out of control crime. There's no way that Manchin, Schumer's reckless tax and spend proposal will get any support, Senator Graham says. Hollywood actress crashes car into house, igniting massive blaze. Senate GOP re-election committee chair spotlights fundraising and a Republican push to win back majority. Chloe reveals own family news in the midst of Kim's split with SNL star. Daycare worker tests positive for monkeypox, kids potentially exposed. Supply shortages could mean delays in power restoration after storms. That's because a lot of the stuff that they buy is from overseas. It's just weird news. There's not much going on right now. We got the bills, and I told Krista to check hers online on everscrew.com, and so she can just check her utility bill in Everscrew and see if it's as bad as you think it is. Mine was a little better than I thought it was, but not by much. Not by much. Really. Seriously. It's still scary. But that's the way it is sometimes when you got all these air fans, air conditioners running and stuff. That's one of the reasons why I've been saving the money for this exact crisis. You know, can't do a lot when you got a huge bill paying. So, anyways, I mentioned the saccharin. I'm going to bring this up again because I think it's interesting because I got a good deal on it on Amazon. With free shipping nonetheless. EBT Snap food stamps. Nice. So I bought 96 ounces of saccharin, which is about the equivalent of 12 5-pound bags of sugar. How you doing, Johnny? So, if each box is 8 ounces, and each box is equal to a 5-pound bag of sugar, then that means that the stuff, 5 pounds of sugar is what? 16 ounces times, yeah, 16. So it's like 1/6. Oh, is that it? Hold on a minute. 16 times 5. Okay, 0, carry 3. Let's see, 5, 6, wait, 16 ounce, wait, 12 bags, I'm sorry. 10 carry the 1, that's like 60 ounces. So you figure, what's 8 divided by 60? Well, 8 divided by 60 doesn't actually come out evenly, but it's like 7 or 56. So you figure it means 1/7 of the dosage needed to equal things equally sweet with saccharin versus sugar. With some fresh lemon juice, you can make your own lemonade, and you don't have to worry about buying the pre-made stuff. Never mind the so-called zero sugar, which often contains aspartame or Splenda instead. So if you don't like Splenda, you can use that instead. Alex Jones has been told, because of the Sandy Hook situation, that he's going to pay $42 million to one family for Sandy Hook. He said a $2 million thing would ruin him. I guess the prosecutor decided that's good enough. So now he's going to probably end up having to lay off workers and shrink his studio down a lot. So yeah, I guess you could say justice has been served. Because some of the stuff he said was kind of stupid anyway. And it didn't make any sense. Mosquitoes are buzzing around here. Oh, yeah. So I see you, Gianni, but I don't know where's everybody else. Morning show right now is pretty slow. And then it is a little early. Well, it is now 10:02, so theoretically it is now time. But my phone is now will be arriving in Apple's hands on Monday for them to replace the battery and then get it back to me. So I say maybe by the end of the week, the phone itself should be back here. So interesting to see what happens with that. Let's see what else we got going on. Right now it's getting warm already. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, go back. Says it's going to be a high of right now it's 27 degrees. It's expected it was 28 degrees, I'm sorry. Expected high will be 31 degrees. It will remain sunny throughout the rest of the day. So, however, starting on Wednesday, the temperatures will drop down to about 27 degrees. After a hot, sweltering weekend in the beginning of the week. Um, my new electric bill is going to be about 165. Well, it's about the same as mine. Mine's 189, but yeah, we can make homemade sugar-free cookies, and we can make homemade um, chocolate chip cookies and things like that. That's what's gonna try to do. That's why I bought. That's why I bought 12 boxes of the stuff because I figured that way. That's like 12 5-pound bags of sugar. I didn't pay a lot for it. I don't know. We could try. I wonder if we should try using whole grain flour. We'll have to see what we can do. Then the next time I can do a live stream with you, we can try to make sugar-free cake. How does that come out? That sounds like an interesting idea. We're going to need a cake sifter. We're going to need cake flour, and we can get eggs and stuff. That's not a problem. Who's knocking? Oh, it's for them. Next door. Okay. Alright, so sugar-free cake comes out. Yeah. The saccharin, all 12 boxes of it, it'll be here, like, on Thursday. I got it on food stamps, too. I didn't even have to pay for shipping. Nice! Ah. For some reason, Amazon didn't charge for shipping, so it was like, video would be better anyway, because, yeah, the video would be better because, that way we can edit out any kind of, like, waiting for the baking of the cookies, and we could still talk about things that we don't necessarily want to be on YouTube, but we could talk about things we want to be on YouTube, and it'll be interesting to see how that works out with saccharin cookies. Yeah. When I was a kid, you could get cookies made with saccharin. I'm really serious, you could. And what it is that once NutraSweet came in, it was like, nobody wanted saccharin anymore. Yeah, why? It's good. It's not bad for you. It's not great, but it's. I like the taste of it, and I grew up eating saccharin anyway, from the 70s and stuff. So, it bought 1% fat, low-fat milk. I was like, why did you buy that for? That stuff tastes like crap. She says, better for you. According to the dietitian, she said, no, it's not. But, fortunately, I still got some of a half gallon of milk left to use for my coffee. It's not 1%. And I really kind of think it's kind of like a misnomer how much these companies will try to tell you something's good for you, but they really don't tell you what the truth is, what's in it. Dietitian said personally she would prefer I eat Life cereal. I said, well, right now I got Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios with the milk, 1% isn't so bad. But we'll just have to see what happens. Got a lot of air conditioners and fans running right now. Got the door open to the porch to get the air in here. Get a little bit of a grass breeze going because I got my other fan on too. course, you probably won't hear it too much in the video, but there is a fan. There's 2 fans running. Or if you don't want to do it as a live stream, okay. Yeah, we'll watch it later. That's what I was thinking. I noticed a good thing that, in a way, the it seems like we're getting better people in the chats now. I noticed that majority of the troublemakers have left the chat. I'm not saying they're all gone, but I mean like some of the more decent ones will realize that there's a reason why. I did have the phone on this morning. No one called it. And the phone was on. That's me, head of my operations. So far, success. I'm glad to hear that, Scottish Dave. I'm glad to hear that. And what you might want to do is talk to your doctor to see what you can do to prevent that from happening again. It means changing your diet, whatever, but it might be better. Oh, alright, so basically you're being processed another way to get your waste out. You probably got a catheter in you. Just to remove all the chunks. Yeah. It's gonna be a while to get that out of you. Oh, okay. Well, I hope everything's going fine for you. Has been removed, and so has the stent, but I can't pee. Well, what's the doctor saying? What's the doctor going to do? Because that could be a really bad thing if you can't relieve yourself. Probably your innards are all sore, and so the thought of peeing for you will be like I said, be like being sandblasted from the inside. Take painkillers and take 2 glasses of water an hour. Are you still in the hospital or are you home now? Because, I mean, I hope you're still at least getting some post-operative care because, I mean, that's gonna... There may be issues that they still need to ameliorate. So, that's why I'm wondering if you're gonna be at least in the hospital for a few days anyway. Okay. How you doing, Andrew? Oh, let's come on the panel because some free panels open. How you feeling anyway? I know Scottish Dave is just telling me that he is still recovering from his little his little procedure, and I'm good. Give me a sec, and we'll jump on. Okay. Right. Are you still in the hospital, Scott Steve, or did you send you home, or what's the story with that? Okay, that's a lot. That's quite a bit. Definitely, I hope this
Hey, Michelle.
urologist is going to take a look at that. How you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I'm
That's
fine.
good.
How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I played some American Truck Simulator a little earlier today.
Yeah, I noticed when I was on my phone and checking, because obviously I can't like go on to things when I'm on there, but I can just quickly check things. And I noticed you were on. It's like a very early time for yourself, you know.
Yeah, because originally last night we were supposed to be live at 3 in the morning. And I said, screw it, I'll go live at 2. And,
Yeah, why not? Why not? If you're up and awake, yeah,
yeah,
I've done it with myself before. You know, if I'm bored or not necessarily bored, but just something to do and just like
yeah.
say what the hell is that? I'm just gonna go online and just say hello.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a while since I fired up American Truck Simulator. Um,
Okay. Yeah, that's what you're playing. I noticed that. I saw that,
and
yeah.
now I just added hazmat support um, to carry explosive gases and explosive liquids like propane, butane, heating oil, kerosene, diesel. Uh,
I can't remember if I asked you this before, Michelle. Did you ever play the bus simulator?
Bus simulator, no.
It's actually quite good fun. But it gets a bit boring because no, I end up like knocking things over and hitting people on the street stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, you should see what I
I
was
can't
doing
drive a bus. I can't drive a bus.
this morning. Before it came on, it looked like demolition derby. I wasn't trying to hit anybody, but steering with an Xbox controller and then having your other joystick that changes your camera position kept slowly creeping along. And you say, all of a sudden, you start seeing your cab and your interior cab slowly rotate, and you're trying to rotate it back while you're still trying to keep your eyes on the wheel. And it's
The
like,
only thing
yeah!
Well, the only thing I found, Michelle, with those games, it takes a lot of time to actually get you started, if that makes sense. You've got to go through all the tutorial and rigmarole and stuff like that. And once you get started, then you're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the problem is I started playing American Truck Simulator with the keyboard. And then I got an Xbox controller.
Right. I'm using a PS5, so it's maybe a little bit,
Okay,
I
so it's
don't
kind of
know,
similar.
easier or different. I don't know. I don't know
Or
if it's different or easier, but
you got these two controllers, like on this one here. The two joysticks. This is the one that changes the view. This is the one that you steer with. And it's okay. I mean, it's a secondhand controller. It's not new. But
yeah, if it works, Michelle. That's the way I see it.
no, the problem is in my case, I'm getting better with the eyesight. It's not the eyesight in this case. It's just as I'm trying to
Um,
learn to drive more road highway speeds, and and then when I go too fast, all of a
hey,
sudden it's like,
hey, Scottish Dave, how you doing? Hopefully you're feeling better and you're not still in the hospital. I know you've had a bit of
I
a,
think he might
a
be in the
tough
hospital,
time
son.
recently. Okay.
Okay, well, he said, I want pee relief. Yeah, well, they should definitely be able to help you out
Well,
there.
pee relief is always good, especially when you're extremely bursting. But then you can get a catheter put in, and they can
Yeah.
just get, you know. Yeah,
Well,
but
maybe they might need to put the catheter back in and drain you out, get the stuff out of your system, and it's to prevent urinary tract infection. That's the last thing you want on top of everything else. You know, it's going to be passing jagged rocks.
oh wow, I just even the thought of that, Michelle, sounds sore. It just sounds painful.
It is. I had a urinary tract infection. Yeah, that was painful. So what he's talking about going through is even worse.
Yeah,
It's like
especially
you're trying to
passing
pass
stones
sand
through
through your
your,
urethra.
you know
That's
what?
more what it's like. It's like passing boulders through your urethra. It's just sharp
Pretty
edges.
much. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly. How is Ed doing today?
Ed's doing fine. He's sleeping right now.
Right.
Um, because I told him this morning, I said, Ed, look, I'm gonna be going to play. Well, I'm gonna be doing a live show at 2. Why don't you
Hi.
go hit the mattress now? Because this way you can get some sleep, and then when I'm pretty much ready to go to sleep to crash for a few hours,
Yeah, get
you'll
some
be
sleep.
fresh.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yep.
refreshed
Yep.
enough to do some day stuff. You know, not. But it's still
Do you
hot, hot,
never?
hot. It's gonna
Do
be
you
really
never
hot.
have like? Yeah, the heat is incredible. I mean, next week
I
we're
got my
meant
newest
to, and
electric
I
bill.
told you
The
the
newest
last
electric
couple of
bill is a
days.
little better than I
It's meant
thought, but not by much. $186.16. Actually, it's 186. Yeah, $186.16. Fortunately, I saved money for that,
well,
so that's why I didn't buy anything last month. Because when I saw how hot it was, I knew the electric bill was going to be
oh,
insane.
Michelle, they're saying this heat's gonna last for at least another 3 weeks. Well,
Yeah,
here anyway.
really, 3 weeks
I
for
mean,
you?
today we've got a very nice cool temperature. It's only 18 degrees, but they're saying by this time next week it's going to be like 38. You know, so it's like
So,
it's not really fun.
yeah, no, it's not. How's your electric bill doing?
Quite badly actually. It's going down quite a lot.
Yeah,
To be honest,
yeah.
it's really went down. I mean, but I think they're saying by October things are gonna
All the
increase
debris and
even
the kidney
higher.
stones are all gone. They got the flushed under anesthesia. That's good.
Well, that's really good. I'm glad you're doing a bit better, and you got a private room because there's nothing worse when you have to go to hospital and you've got like 20-year-old men, you know, in the whole room, and you're the only one that's a little bit younger, and they're all coughing and spluttering and stuff like that. See you later. See you later.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at least, at least, like you said, he's got a private room, so he doesn't have to deal with a ward with a few other people in it with various conditions and state of health, you know.
And you have to pay for television. You have to like pay for. I think it's like I don't know. I mean, I don't. I'm not very much into hospitals, but I mean, it's usually people I went to see, and the hospital bills for TV is like say £30 a day or something ridiculous like that.
£30 a
You know, and
day?
that it's
Really?
a lot of money. Yeah, yeah, but that's the NHS because they're trying to make up their money. They're trying to make up their money
Yeah,
back and
okay.
stuff like that. So you know, they've always got a way of doing it.
Steve says I have
Um,
to drink the glasses of water I drink.
Dave, yes, I am. I am. I am now. I'm not originally from Aberdeen. I'm from Perth originally. Um, but yeah, I've been in Aberdeen for, I would say, a quarter of my life.
Yeah, anyway, so like I said, that's the morning crew, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people here yet. I wonder if
They're
there's a.
maybe just waking up, Michelle. They're maybe just waking up.
Yeah, there might be just 7 people in right now. So, I wish summer would end so I could just. People suggested, why don't you move the computer into the bedroom? Yeah, then where's it gonna go?
Yeah, how would that work? How could you work that out?
I don't know if it would work really well in the bedroom. I got a desk in there already, but
Yeah, but could you have the cables and
yeah.
all the connections and stuff like that set up in
Well, there
the
are some things
bedroom
I have to
things?
fix on the computer connections in the bedroom, which I was gonna do originally.
Hmm.
But what happened was is the I have to replace some cables on the computer in the bedroom, and so I was gonna fix all that. When I was gonna
Right.
run down some new punch down blocks, I never got to that yet. Um,
Okay.
so, and I'm not gonna
It,
start.
it will be difficult, Michelle, I suppose, if Ed's in one room and you're in the other, and if you're trying to talk online and he's trying to sleep, and vice
Right,
versa.
absolutely, that's not
You
gonna
know,
work.
it's not going to be easy. Last time I was put in a ward, the HMP.
Last
Are you
time I
joking?
was in a ward, the HMP prison officers brought in a murderer and put him in the next bed. Really?
Her Royal Majesty's prison officers.
And I bet the
That's
guy was
basically
like,
what it means.
"Suck it up, maggot! I killed many people. I know pain. You're just suffering minor wuss pain. Yeah, you want to feel pain? Feel when a big blade goes between your ribs. Yeah, right. Thanks a lot. No.
Dave, I've never been in that situation, mate, so I wouldn't have kind about it.
I wouldn't be too happy with that.
No, I'd be a little bit like, no, I don't like being handcuffed to. Okay, some people might be like being handcuffed to a bed, but under different circumstances, of course.
Depending on the situation, they might strap you down to the bed, especially
exactly.
in some situations. You know.
You can't. I'm only joking. You can't. I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what's your plans for today, Michelle? Are you
I don't know.
going out anywhere
After the morning show. Well, like I was already playing some American Truck Simulator already. Maybe I might play some more, but it's already getting warm.
I saw that. Yeah.
I didn't videotape my latest play before the show. It was just kind of getting reacquainted with the game. It looked like a Demolition Derby kind of.
It's usually the case when I play those sort of games.
I'm trying
as well.
to drive a stupid game with an Xbox controller, and it's like, these little joysticks are only so good, and they're like, you can see what I'm talking about. And you're trying to drive this thing, you just move just a tiny bit, and you're going like, about 20 kilometers an hour. You're like,
right.
Yow!
So it's not really yeah. I think though, if you're not used to using a certain controller, it can take a while to get used to using something different.
Yeah.
If you're used to using joysticks and things like that, it can take a while. I mean, I've always used PS4 or PS5 controllers.
I still wanted to get a steering
controllers.
wheel, but the problem was twofold. Was number one, where would I put it? Because this desk, you got the keyboard right here. You're gonna have the steering wheel right here. You're gonna clamp it here, and then you're gonna basically have a big ponderous gut sitting over the steering wheel. You're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's not really something to think about.
Yeah.
I try to avoid the idea of having to go to a hospital.
Gosh, Dave said the company that you're talking about, Andrew, got kicked out of the NHS hospitals. We don't pay for TV anymore. We just there's a communal antenna on the roof.
Well, I don't know about that, if that's completely true, because
in a way, that sounds like
doubting.
That sounds like
I'm not doubting you.
That sounds like a better deal, since you guys get pretty good reception anyway with digital TV over there.
I'm not doubting you, but somebody I know who was in hospital last month still had to pay for that for the television. So So maybe it's just happened now. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're probably still going to pay for the TV rental, though.
I think it's more a case, Michelle, of getting the money back into the NHS, really, because it's on its knees. They keep telling us it's on its knees because of what we had when we had the pandemic, which is now apparently gone.
Right.
And now we've got this monkeypox thing, and now we've got these other silly things that are going on, and it's like, bloody hell! It just seems
So
to never
that brings
end.
another
You know?
question: is monkeypox going to be the next word, and we can't mention by name anymore?
I don't think it's going to be because from what I've read, and I do a lot of research, because when I hear of a new disease, I'm thinking, oh my god! But apparently, this isn't a new disease. It's been around since the 1940s or 50s or something. So
I thought that was kind of stupid, honestly. I mean, like, you can't talk about the big C, or you're going to be allowed to talk about the big M. You can't talk about the big U, which is Ukraine.
right.
You can't talk about that. You can't talk about the big C. You probably can't talk about the big V for vaccine. You probably can't talk about
or Nancy Pelosi making the stupidest mistake ever, going to Taiwan and making an idiot of herself. You know.
Right now, China's mad as heck. Yeah.
I don't think it is, Gianni. I think I mean I think it's well. You could be right though if it's mutated, which would be very scary. Can you imagine something like that floating in the air? And
From what
you'd
I
be
understand
like,
about the situation,
fuck.
it's actually a West African variant.
It's not really, Gianni. It was probably brought over by one, but you know these people, they tend to have like parties and stuff, which I'm totally against, you know.
That might be
And
true. That might be
they
true,
may
Gianni, but I can't say. I can't say if that's necessarily true or not.
I hope not, because they've caused enough trouble as it is. I don't mean it in a bad way, but you know.
Yeah. Well,
But they do tend to spread things quite easy.
you get the patient
easily.
Wi-Fi though, but find out that certain things you can't access. I noticed that too when I was in the ER. I got access to Wi-Fi even though it was mediocre, and I couldn't even stream at all.
Yeah, I think, Michelle, sometimes if you're in a certain part of the building, the Wi-Fi or any sort of connection is like cut off because of, depending on what section of the hospital you're in.
Yeah.
Then you can get another section where it's going easy to actually to access it. You know. Gianni,
How you
it wouldn't
doing,
surprise me
Calvin?
at all, mate. It wouldn't
Corbin?
surprise me. Gianni, they've talked about it constantly.
Yeah.
Here, anyway. And they're blaming it's all like these gay people and these bi
Well,
people.
you know, the thing is that the mayors.
It can't be cured, but it's not a serious illness.
Mayors Muriel Bowser and the mayor of New York, the new mayor, are like freaking out because all the buses, they're saying all the illegals east and up to eastern seaboard states.
Mm-hmm.
And like Muriel Bowser wanted the National Guard to come in to bail them out, and the Pentagon told her to go suck eggs and said, nope, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not happening. Yeah, quite right.
You deal with it. And so she's freaking out, you know, like, I don't know what to do with all these people.
But Pelosi just went too far. She should never went to Taipei at all. She should have just left it alone, and now she's got China up in arms, and they're...
Yeah, right, Nancy Pelosi, yeah.
You know, it's just...
Right, I know, you're talking to me on the Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, text messages. But you can probably watch us live on Wi-Fi, but you can't actually get in Google Hangouts on Wi-Fi.
Oh no, I think that's a bit more difficult. Because I remember when
Discord might work
I've
though,
been
because Discord worked through the place Ed was in. He was able to chat through Discord. Um, I guess Discord had
again.
used a port that they didn't
Have you ever
block.
have you ever found it strange, Michelle? All these diseases, they always come from Africa, and
Yeah.
it's due to monkeys and stuff.
Yeah, don't forget some of the new big C came from Africa too.
Mm. No, I'm dissing Africa or anything like that, but you know, no, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I do find it funny. Even the name makes me laugh.
Yeah. Um, it has died down here because they don't want to bring up any negativity associated with homosexual activities. Okay. Well, oh yeah, I've researched about monkeypox. It does also include skin to skin contact as well. So
Yeah, I think what they're saying is you could even catch it off a door handle. That's how bad this thing is. But it's not a bad disease. It's not a serious disease. But
yeah.
can you imagine if it was smallpox?
Oh
I
Jesus
mean,
Christ! Smallpox. And this is
half of us
they
would
would
be
be saying,
dead.
but we thought we eliminated smallpox. Guess again, I'm back, and I'm gonna take as many as I can to the grave.
So I'm starting to
Meet
wear the
my
old cloth
friend the
again.
Black Death, for we will kill you all.
It is funny. You have to laugh at these sort of things.
That would be absolutely
Okay,
terrifying.
you wouldn't laugh at
If
you wouldn't
smallpox
laugh
and
at
the Black Death
smallpox.
came out of the
That'd be dreadful.
museum and got into the wild, oh my lord. Especially in
You know,
Los Angeles, right? Which is like
right?
as bad as a medieval European city. Pollution, waste everywhere, rats everywhere, fleas
Oh my
everywhere,
God,
garbage
what a
everywhere.
thought! No, I wouldn't go outside. I'd be like, no, 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 no. I don't want to go near any mice or rats or.
Some
Not
would
that I
say,
do anyway,
some might
as a
say,
general
well,
rule.
we'll probably get rid of the homeless population. Yeah, maybe get rid of
Hey,
about three
Gothic, how
quarters
you
of the
doing?
residents of Los Angeles at the same time.
Yeah, apparently, Michelle, they've got Russia, the UK, and the US have got stockpiles of smallpox to use as weapons
Yes,
if
they
it ever
do.
came down
They
to the
also
crunch.
have
How
bubonic plague
scary is
too. At
Oh my God.
several medical centers, they have bubonic plague live and active for research. And I bet research
Well,
includes that.
research with air quotes. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, the
How you
point
doing,
is
Gothic?
that
It's good to see you. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think it'll die down. It's like everything else. I mean, it's very
yeah,
hard to catch apparently,
I don't
but
think it's gonna be the thing like the Big C was. The Big C was so new,
it,
i.e., the name novel virus that they weren't even ready to deal with that. I mean,
no, they
monkeypox
weren't.
does already exist. It's already an existing situation, and they already know the symptoms of it. And they know how to treat it.
And most of us are fine.
Yeah.
So let's not worry too much about things like this because I think the media loves to get people into hysteria, and it sells papers. It makes money. You know, hysteria makes money,
Yeah.
and I've always said that. You know,
Coming from the gas station must be a Saturday. No, it's the Cumberland Farms cup, but it's actually regular Folgers classic roast coffee with 2 saccharins and milk in it, and it's mixed with cold water. So it's cold coffee, cold instant coffee. I wouldn't drink it hot. Not today, anyway. Yeah, if it was
see,
maybe if it
I'm
was
quite
around
into I'm quite
October,
into.
maybe I
Sorry,
might
Michelle,
drink
let me
hot
go.
coffee. But
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm really doing really well today. Um, I'm just
That's
looking
good.
forward to a nice chill Saturday after an early morning.
What do you
A
mean by a
very
chill
early morning.
Saturday? You mean like, in a sense, no responsibilities, no work to do, just
Not a single thing. Well, I've done that already. So it's a case of just doing nothing really, apart from
yeah.
making dinner or something like that. And then I don't know, just seeing what happens. Just maybe just
Yeah,
shoving
like I
on
said,
the.
this morning I just decided to play some American Truck Simulator because I was watching some of the other gamers playing, and I kind of said to myself, "Damn, I haven't played that one in a while." So,
Mhm.
instead of fire it up, do it this morning because like the morning show, early morning show was like no one there. It was like 4 people. I was like, okay, and there's no one wanted to talk on the phone except for a couple crabby uh, bad people on my panel, which didn't really do anything bad. It just
Oh,
was annoying.
okay.
Then I said, well, you know what? After
Well,
this, I said,
I
well,
I didn't watch all of his stream. Obviously, I didn't have time because I had to get back to doing things. But I did see somebody was saying something silly about just the usual
yeah.
rubbish. And but I think he dealt with it pretty well. I think
Well, you
not
know what
Charlotte.
I think is interesting though
Dildo
is
dealt with it well too.
I think what's interesting now is we're starting to see much more positive communications coming on right now. We're seeing.
Yeah, that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
Sure, the viewing content is a little lower, but then again, you know, we, like I said, I'm not trying to have my show be like a shock jock program where you basically say horrible things and cause everybody pain and anguish. I don't want to do that. No.
I
Um,
would also say to that, Michelle, I mean, it depends on what you're doing on your channel. I mean, when you've got your channel going on, like doing the normal, say, chat stuff like what's happened just now, maybe you do it at a certain time. Sometimes the numbers can go pretty high. It just depends what people are into, really, I would say.
yeah, Andrew's doing okay today, like you said.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
really good. I'm really good.
So, like I said, in my case, I was really just kind of just um, um, I got my phone sent to Apple. I got the box that's been sent out yesterday. They picked it up from
Okay.
FedEx. So now, hopefully, they'll get my phone fixed and get it back to me before the end of the week. I say hopefully because, you never know. They might call me or text me and say, Michelle, well, we found a few more things wrong here. Gotta add some more
Yeah,
adjustments.
yeah. I've heard it. I know. I know. I
And I'm
know.
just
I
gonna
know where
tell
you're
them
going with that.
straight out. Look, I sent you the phone to fix the battery, and they don't expect you to fix the camera. I mean, they might say, well, yeah, but you'll get the
Can
phone
you?
already open and stuff. So we can fix the camera too. Yeah, fine. How
So
much?
what?
Oh,
What was?
maybe another
What
three
was the
hundred
problem?
dollars. Oh, sorry, ain't gonna happen. Not unless they
So
can
what was the
start getting a
problem
lot
with
of a
what?
lot of patrons and donations coming in. Then maybe we can do it. Maybe.
Okay, okay, right. Yeah, but you can still get that through your email and redo it. If you have to get your phone wiped or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I got everything backed up on the computer, so I can pull it back in when
Well,
because
that's
it's backed
good.
up on
That's
iTunes.
fine.
So
Hmm.
just restore the backups and they get the phone back. And
So what was the original problem, Michelle? Was it just the battery, or was it just
just the battery was
a lot of
old.
other
The
things?
battery was the main issue because it wasn't even staying on good for 5 minutes, and it was just like, I mean,
My phone's getting
without the
like that.
external
That's when
battery
I know I
power
need a
pack
new
plugged
phone.
in, it was like running for 5 minutes, and then if the battery pack gets turned off or gets unplugged, all of a sudden the phone would just shut off, and then I was like,
Right.
so
So it's
definitely
pointless.
sounds
Yeah. Pretty
like
much using it. Yeah. Hmm.
I don't want to talk anymore about Ed and the rent. Just to say this, Ed has his own agreement with the landlord, which is totally independent of mine. It has nothing to do with me. Utilities. Landlord told him utilities were included in the rent, and unfortunately, that's not really fair because I'm the one who gets stuck with the utilities. But he did buy groceries yesterday, which is good.
Did he? How much? What did he buy? What did he buy? If that's okay to ask, you don't
Buy a
have to
lot of
answer
food
it.
and stuff for the house,
Right. Fair enough.
including 1% milk. I hate 1% milk.
Okay. Oh, that's too low. I mean, you need more than that for calcium and things like that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, it tasted okay with the Honey Nut Cheerios. Because, like the dietitian told me, oh, don't forget Honey Nut Cheerios because the honey, because it's whole grain. There's probably sugar in there too, and good. Then it can go good with the skim milk.
See, I know over there, it's like I think red milk. Oh God, I should know this. Is red milk the highest calcium? And see over here, blue milk's got the highest fat content, and
Whole
then you've got
milk
green milk,
has
which is
4% fat,
semi-skim.
and reduced fat milk is 2%, and then low fat milk is 1%, which
Right.
tastes like more like drinking whey than anything.
It's basically it's basically drinking water, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you need I would say
He's
most
still
people
adding
need full
beer.
fat milk in their diets, you know.
No, he's still
Huh?
drinking. He's still drinking his alcohol. Yeah, I know it's not good. He's like, worry about your weight. I'm worried about your health. That's fine. What about yours?
Has he reduced it a little bit,
lost weight.
Michelle?
Well, he did, but like, yeah, you lost weight. But what about the gout? What about that other stuff? You're gonna get it again. Just he's gonna watch out for that. I keep telling him that.
Michelle, it's not your responsibility to, it's
Yeah, I
it's
know.
at the end of the day, it's up to him. But listen, I won't harp on about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so we call whole milk usually red, very fatty.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure because I forgot.
The cap on
Because I
the
always
milk
thought
is red.
anytime I've been
In most milks in
any,
America, whole milk has got a red cap.
well, anytime I've been over there, it's like I was never sure if the red milk was the right one to get. If say my auntie or somebody sent me to get milk or something, and I'd come back with the wrong one. It's like no, you're meant to get this. It's like what? No, it's different over here. Where I am just now, and
Yeah.
because blue is the highest. Blue's got the highest
We
sort of
have then we
fat
have
content.
1%, 2% milk fat, and also skim, which is really just like drinking water. Just kind of disgusting. So 0% milk. I don't want 0%. No.
Well, I tell you, Michelle, you talk about milk, but there's nothing worse than soya milk. That is the worst milk you can ever drink in your life.
Really? Soy milk?
It is horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, no, it's not. I actually like the taste of soy milk.
Oh no, it's nasty. It's really nasty.
I do. I like the taste of soy milk. And also, it's good for my
No, I don't like it.
it's good for my body because it has the estrogens my body needs. So, plant estrogens.
Okay, if you need it, yeah, okay, that's different. If you need it for medical reasons.
By the
and
way,
things like
if for
that.
men, if you want your androgens, eat pine nuts. Pine nuts, like in pesto. That's got androgens that can help boost any testosterone levels that might be a little low.
Well, hopefully mine's aren't too low. No, I think mine's are okay. Well, I think they are. But you never know, do you, until you get tested for things like that,
Yeah, you probably would notice it because you can get into menopause. Menopause. It's kind of like menopause, but for the man.
I'm approaching it, Michelle. I'm approaching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like 1% or skim milk. It tastes like cream to me. Okay.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Dave. That's not a good thing to have. However, it is one of the most treatable ones
Well, there's
of the
medications for
lot.
that. There's prescription medications for the enlarged prostate. So I'm sure your doctors would determine basically from your stay in the emergent at the hospital. Well, when they do follow ups and say, well, looks like you got another problem we got to fix too. Here, take some of this enlarged prostate medication called Abidart. Or whatever. There's prescription medication
I
for
have
that.
no idea even that is, but I will say, I've heard people saying that a lot of that reason is caused by bad diet and things like that, and just not looking after yourself and maybe doing something what people do. I'm not going to mention names, of course.
Well, it also could be
I
think it also could be related to his diet because he's got all these stones, and guess what? Your prostate is hanging right below your bladder, so it's not too hard to imagine you basically been sandblasting your prostate when you've been peeing too.
No, Gothic 39 at the end of the month on the 28th.
Your urologist would be able to determine that. What's the best solution for that? Maybe, medication, either a pill or something that they could apply internally, to help, prevent any bruising and scarring. Which is probably got.
Jiffy hairpin that.
Yeah.
It's funny because how old are you? Like 45? I was like, well, thank you very much, but no, you first heard you on your 39 on August, this month, end of the month, just before I leave,
And I'm 54 years old.
Leaving on the jet plane.
Yeah, I'm 54.
No, well.
So, like I said, I went and, of course, doctor says to me, because she said originally I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, so she gave me pretty much the meal recommended plan for pre-diabetic. I said, okay, I don't have a problem with that. I said, but do you have a meal plan that's for a vegetarian? Because I kind of prefer a vegetarian diet, and they did, so I had a chance to get both. The meat eaters in the vegetarian meal plan, I showed them to Ed, and his eyes were rolling up in the back of his head. He said, I don't even know what half this stuff is. I said, I know what some of it is. The only thing I never had before was an avocado, so I have no idea what an avocado tastes like.
I've had an avocado twice, but it was with a meal. It was like mixed in with a meal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And to me, I thought it was quite tasteless, but thankfully it was with the meal, so maybe that was the reason why.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's pretty decent. I mean, it's good for you as well. Another thing that's meant to be good for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Yeah. So, it's going to be, I don't know. I haven't bought any yet, but, so she said, these are just recommendations. She said, you guys can work on something that would be kind of similar obligations. That'd be great. I said, well, we'll try. I said, but the sad truth is my roommate, who sometimes does the cooking, is also the one that often goes to the market and buys the food. And, he's like, he uses the refrigerator, he's got a lot of meats in there, and a lot of things that I would consider not quite my forte.
I'm gonna mention something to Scottish Dave. Not myself, but I know of somebody that has had prostate cancer, and it's probably the most curable cancer there is. If detected early, like most of them.
Yeah.
The one you don't want to get is pancreatic, because that means
Randall says Dunkin' Donuts is avocado toast these days. Yeah, I know. It seems to become the new thing. California thing that now shows.
I've never heard of that, but I'd give it a go just for a try. I probably wouldn't like it. You know, depends what else you could have on it. I'd probably smear it with butter or something like that. You know.
Yeah, we do get avocados in Florida, in California. I've never had one though, but so
They're not
there's.
as bad as they sound. They're quite bland, to be honest.
Then they told me that
if you were to
I
have
could
a,
drink something called kefir. I was like, what the heck is that? She described me. Oh, it's like a fermented milk. What?
if you,
What?
well, stuff like kale and
Oh, kale's fine.
avocado and
That's a dark leafy green. That's good for you. Spinach.
things like that on their own. I mean, guacamole, that's different because guacamole's got like a proper taste to it. Like a when I say proper, I mean it's like a kick to it. You know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, Dunkin' Donuts is basically everything's prepackaged from the. So then they just basically put it on there and just throw it in the oven or the microwave for a little bit. It's not uncommon.
Right. Right.
A lot of restaurants do that. Because it saves time. No.
Because if you go for it's a place I go to sometimes, and it's sort of fajitas and things like that, and you get a choice of the guacamole and the cream sauce and the red sauce. I can never remember the name of it, but they're always really nice. But again, it's because they're mixed with other things. I think if you were to have them on their own, they'd be a little bit,
Yeah.
rubbish.
Kefir is a type of yogurt. Okay. Alright, so what is it? It's like she said fermented milk.
Yeah, we get kefir here as well.
Yeah.
Where are you from, old Randall McCoy? You sound Irish. Well, the name sounds Irish.
Yeah.
It comes that McCoy could be Irish or Scottish. I love a good burrito bar.
I think he's from the United States, but I don't know exactly where though.
Oh, he's American. Okay, so sorry, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I played some American Truck Simulator, and like I said, played a little bit this morning because it was like boring. There was no one really watching. I was like, okay, I'm on here for another friggin' hour. Let's do something,
Mm-hmm.
And I fired it up on the game on the show because I was like bored. So I played that, and I got a lot of dislikes in the exchange.
Oh, Michelle, don't let it those dislikes. Nobody sees them. Don't tell anybody about them. The only thing that shows up nowadays is your likes, and that's
right.
And nobody needs to know about the dislikes.
You know what? It's from 2 to 4 in the morning. Come on. Not so many people are actually going to be awake. He's near Tennessee. Okay, he's near Tennessee.
Right. Yeah, but the thing is, Michelle, I think that's probably why they took away the dislikes, because I don't know, maybe it was putting people off YouTube a little bit, and they want to make things easier, but then sometimes they make things harder as well at the same time by doing something like that you can't talk about certain things.
I think you're right, Randall. I think most of them are. I think the problem, though, is the way taking away the dislike count for channels that show them the likes versus dislike count. I think the problem with both the like and the dislikes, let me be honest here. If you're not watching the video at least for a few minutes of it, and then you pop like or dislike on it, it just really is just kind of, really gives a false, performance information to the YouTuber, because it doesn't tell anything.
A dislike or a like is still a view. It's still connection. It's still interaction.
Right.
You
It
know,
is.
so whether they like it or not, so they're just wasting their time by doing things like that. You know.
And then this morning I had turned off the monetization, which is an experiment, and I'm like, but that didn't help any because what that did was is then even though I get limited no ads, it's like it still counts because I still get ads running, but it's not as many of them. So every time I turn off limited no ad, the monetization, the ads don't run, and then I don't even make the 20 cents, that video, and it's kind of sucks.
Michelle, that's a point I've always wanted to ask you about. When you have monetization, I'll get the word out, monetization, and do you get much revenue from that?
No, not on my channel anyway. I mean, some of the bigger ones get more than me, but even a big channel like Shadiversity was running into the same problem with monetization. He's got 1.4 million subs, and he's like, I'm not even getting my videos are not even going in trending because he focuses on
Wow. Well,
swords and
okay.
shields and maces and axes and things like that. He said, I
Right.
can't. I don't seem to get my videos in the trending videos, and
Hmm.
so it's. He said, I'm not even getting any top billing. I never get in trending because the only one of them trending are things like the big headliners that actually, I swear, like you said, I swear they paid to get in there. You know, and I think he might be right about that. That some of the people.
Yeah, Wings of the Fourth Reich was asking if he was blocked, and I've told
I
him
never
no.
knew Wings of Retardation was not
No, it's
Z.
Fourth Reich. Fourth Reich.
It's not a code. I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't care either. Queen of YouTube, how you doing?
Yeah. So I mean, like, LGR was saying the same thing. Lazy Game Reviews was saying the same thing. It's like, here I started out with this gaming channel. Originally was, short little videos showing games and things like that and reviews of products. And as I got the products, it got more and more complicated. The videos got longer and longer. He said that my viewers are not as many of them. They don't even come up on featured videos. And it's like,
Okay.
yeah.
No, Dave, I don't have any of those sort of videos, and nobody would want to see them. Trust me. I think I'd put people up for life. Hey, Queen, how are you doing today? Hopefully, you're having a fantastic morning.
So, like I said, it's just, interesting. But these are two major channels, and they're saying is that they think the YouTube system is broken. And I have to agree with that. I think the YouTube system is broken.
I think the streaming system, in a way, is generally broken, Michelle, because even if you go into something like Twitch, or you can stream off Twitter or Facebook or something like that, there's always going to be an issue. If you see the wrong thing, in their eyes, you could be,
It's interesting you should mention about
you know,
advertising because I did want to do some advertising using the intro that we use in the end of the show, and then of course YouTube says, "Oh yeah, we could do that, but we have to, have to pay us a deposit first, and then you have to pay us for the number of times you want to show up and how many channels you want to show up on." And it's like, oh my god.
see, that's what really bugs me, Michelle, because that's your own work. That's your own
Yeah.
material that you've made. You shouldn't have to be like penalized for stuff like that. It's wrong.
Well, advertising's not cheap. It's just not cheap.
Well, no, of course it's not. No, of course it's not.
Well,
But if
Wings and
it
a
depends on
Right.
the size of the channel. Sorry, Michelle, you go.
I'm on Twitch right now. We're live on Twitch right now. We stream on both right now. So
I
if
don't
you
do
look on
Twitch.
Twitch,
I
you'll
have
see
got
what.
Twitch, but I don't use it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, YouTube trolls are pretty bad. I got my share of them. I talked to my therapist during the intake, and she's like, "Wow, she says YouTube is a pretty toxic place." And she says, "I've seen a lot of people come in here and talk about the drama and how much it's damaged their well-being."
Yeah.
It is, and it's like you really.
But they should also have like some sort of shield, or not the word shield, maybe the word shield's wrong. Some sort of like, I don't know, detector that realize people have had made multiple accounts in the past and they've done these same sort of
You would
things
have thought they
before.
would have done something. You think YouTube would have figured out years ago about all the fake bots, fake channels, fake everythings, but they
Right,
don't
stuff like
seem
that.
to.
Yeah.
They don't seem to even set any kind of limit on that. It's like the one we call Noodles has demonstrated this. He creates new channels, they terminate his channel, and he creates a new channel, and then they terminate that one, and he creates a new channel, they terminate that one, and so on and so
Oh,
forth.
I wouldn't worry too much about him. But Wings and Queen have the same way of spelling trolls.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
yeah.
I guess these things happen too.
The trolls get banned off of YouTube. I'm back on Twitch. Okay. I haven't
Yeah,
been.
with Noodles, Michelle, I think Noodles is getting to a stage where he must be getting bored of doing stuff like that, you know.
You would think so.
You know,
I
'cause
remember when he
it's not
told
funny.
me when he had the
It
opportunity
was
to actually make money on YouTube. He said, "I'm not worried about the money on YouTube." Yeah,
it
when you
wasn't funny
pull,
before,
when you
and
look at,
it's certainly not funny now.
but the truth is, when you listen
It's
to the Virgo goddess, she says about my tarot reading. She said there's a Capricorn basically who's actually jealous of you because you're actually making money and he's not, and he's
but
also obsessed with you.
do you think that's true though, Michelle?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, I definitely think that is no lie.
I don't know.
I think
I
he
try
is
not to
definitely
get too
obsessed.
involved in
And
that
I
sort
think
of
he
thing.
definitely is jealous because my channel makes more money than he does. Um, he
There
may,
is a lot of
he
jealousy
does
in
a lot
YouTube.
of
That there's no
he does a
question.
lot of
But
aggressive e-begging. I don't even do that. If you look, where's my e-begging? It's in a blue box above you. My name, my head here. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. Anybody can click on that.
yeah,
Anybody can click on the dollar signs. And super chat.
yeah, of course, of course. And but I just don't get it. I don't get the intention of trolling people constantly left, right, and center, and
I
you
think some
must
of these
get bored of
people. I think
doing
some
it.
of these people
You
are
must get bored
sadists.
of it. Come on.
I think some of these people are sadists. They're like the Marquis de Sade. They're just sadists. They're not. They think it's funny, just like the way Marquis de
Mm.
Sade treated women in the 19th century, 18th and 19th century. Same thing.
I'll admit to one thing. I once, or in fact twice, I have trolled people. Not your channel. But I did it out of stupid revenge, you know. And I realized, well, this is just babyish. It's childish. It's
Yeah.
silly. It's silly.
Besides, I think once you got to know me better, you probably saw really wasn't such a bad person after all.
Right. Marquis de Sade.
I mean, sure. I mean, sometimes I don't always get it right, but Queen of YouTube says it's inspired by King Cobra's way of spilling a lot of
Misspell.
spelling a lot of people misspell that way intentionally. It's a joke, Andrew. Okay. All because I got mad at video games.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll put yourself into an asylum before you know it. I'm surprised that I never got. When I first started doing this sort of thing, that's what I was doing, and
Right. Right, Queen.
I was embarrassed.
I
I was
agree with you on
embarrassed.
that. With Noodles and some of his
Yeah.
trolls are just out there. As I said, they're like Marquis de Sade. They're just sadists. They don't. They don't. They just like to cause other people pain because it gives them pleasure.
Well, I think people are getting a little bit more
Also, Marquis de
less
Sade was
attracted
also
to him.
masochist.
Does that
Most
make
people don't
sense?
know this. Marquis de Sade was also a masochist. He had a super huge custom made dildo to ram up his bum. I'm serious.
Okay. I didn't expect
Self
that, but
inflicted pain. Oh my god.
I never expected that one, Michelle.
Yeah.
But nothing was really surprised when it came to YouTube, if that makes sense.
Oh, go ahead and look it up. Just look up Marquis de Sade.
No, I don't. I know who Marquis de Sade is. I don't know if I wanna. He was a writer, wasn't he, or
He was a
a
he was a
novelist,
he was
like in the
he
French
got involved
Revolution and
originally
stuff.
working with a couple of religious institutions, and then
Hmm.
he got access to the library at one of the monasteries he was learning in, and got started reading all these really raunchy books. And oh my god,
Right, right. That's the one.
that
That's
kind
the
of
one.
wet his whistle on being a sadist and a masochist. I was like, oh yeah, great. He would probably be the kind of guy that, well, he probably would love some of the S&M porn today.
Marquis de Sade would be on his element, I would say.
Anyway, if you want to know how to spell it, in case the closed captions are screwing it up, it's MARQUE space DESADE. Marquis de
Yep,
Sade.
Marquis de Sade.
Yeah.
The reason why I know of him is because we had a series of I think I've told you this before. We had a series of comedy movies, and they were all by the same actors, and there must be about 70 of these movies
Yeah.
done, and they were called the Carry On films, and one was about the French Revolution, and the guy was away to get his head chopped off, and he goes, "Can you give me 2 seconds? I haven't finished the last chapter of the Marquis de Sade." So I was like,
Yeah.
had to Google this thing, and I thought, oh, right, oh my god, okay, this is what it is. So.
Okay, so you got a cold shower, huh? Dave, he said that there's no hot water in the shower. It's real cold.
Oh, small nuts for you, pal. Small nuts.
Uh, it sounds.
Yeah, sorry, I'm showing you.
But if it's gonna be as hot as it's been, cold showers are gonna feel pretty refreshing right now.
You know something? They're very refreshing.
Especially if the hospital you're in doesn't have very good air conditioning. You're gonna want that cold shower.
When it's gonna hit 40 degrees again, you're gonna want, if hopefully you're not still in there by then, you're gonna want those cold showers.
Like I said, I got the latest electric bill. It's a beast. It's a little bit better than I thought, but not by much. I think it's 189 and 18 cents or something like that. It's like huge. It's like, whoa. Good thing I didn't spend my money last month. Oh, because the money I saved, but I didn't spend. So we'll have to do the same thing again.
It's quite strange, Michelle, because at the moment, my neighbour's washing machine is broken down. So she's been asking me to do her washing for her, And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is actually costing me as well. But you don't want to say too much, you know. You don't want to say, well, okay,
Well, I
you know,
can
you
always
do
say,
realize
I
this
can
is
always,
costing me as
you
well.
could say nicely, sure, but I'm gonna need a tenner, or a couple tenors, a couple quid to pay for this,
It
because
would be nice. It would be nice, you know.
yeah, you just ask, nicely.
See, I'm not good at stuff like that, Michelle. I'm not good at saying like, okay, well, you know, I can do it at work, but when it comes to like people you know out with the work and stuff like that, not so good. Not so good. But maybe
Oh,
I'll get a surprise and say, well, here's some money for you for doing this, you know.
yeah.
Because the electric prices, as you know, with Ukraine now Taiwan, they're all starting to go up, and
I don't know. I don't know who that is. This person that done this. It's not anybody here. I don't know who that is. Anyway, they
I've no idea.
but yeah, just like I said, it's gonna be hot again today. It's gonna finally break around Wednesday. It means become about 27 degrees, which is gonna be better.
Michelle, the way it looks like just now, I don't think it's ever going to stop being hot until September.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's it's just it's too much, and there's no rain. There's nothing. There was what I told you that
Right,
day. We had the
exactly, Sky
proper
Steve.
rain at last. I was like, wow, yes, finally rain, and then it's gone within an hour, and then you're back to
But
this
I'm
again.
just afraid that for some reason by that time that all my money I've been saving up is going to be depleted. That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, keep saving, I would say,
I'm
just to make
doing it.
sure.
I was gonna buy a
Just
new hard. I was gonna buy a new hard drive for the computer, but that's not gonna happen. Not right now, anyway, because those are going up in
well,
price too.
by well,
Unless I buy a
both, because
used one, which I could do, but it's like I don't want to buy used problem. I don't want to buy someone else's problems, you know.
no, I understand that. I know what you're saying. Because
But,
by the time November comes or something, we'll be back in like um, minus 10, 15 degrees and things like that. And
I like
so
that.
we shouldn't really complain. Yeah, I like it too, but not too much, you know.
I mean,
Although I'm
minus
complaining
10
just now,
degrees
but we
isn't
always
too bad. I
complain.
mean,
We always
sure,
complain.
it's still chilly, but it's not. I mean, it's still cold, but it's like it's not too bad. At least if you're cold, you can always turn the heating on, right? You know.
You can do, but then that costs money. Is the thing, and energy prices are going to rise really rapidly
Oh,
by
I know.
October.
They
You
already
know,
are. They're already saying that
yeah.
Europe, your heating bill, your gas bill, electric bill, whatever, is going to be going up about 200%.
Oh, it's going to be crazy, Michelle. It really is.
Oh, it is
It's
getting
going to be
crazy
crazy.
over there. Germany right now is rationing heat. In fact, they're telling people if they have access to a fireplace, get wood. Because they said, guess what? You're not gonna
I
have
don't have a fireplace.
access to
I need to get
natural
one.
gas. How you doing, Darnell?
Hey there, Nell. How you doing? But yeah, but the heat at the moment. I mean, I know we shouldn't complain because we always complain about having crap summers and stuff like
The
that.
problem is, though, is
But
I feel bad for
I've not seen
people
it
in
this
modern
hot for
European houses that don't have
years.
access to a fireplace or a wood stove. They're the ones who are going to be really scrambling because they're not going to. If they can't get natural gas to heat their house or cook with, they're going to be like screwed.
They will be, yeah. They
Now,
definitely will be.
all of a sudden, there's going to be a rush for people trying to put wood stoves in their houses somewhere. Maybe even some people just doing quick install jobs that are not safely done, and next thing whole blocks of houses burning to the ground because somebody didn't properly install a wood stove. And then, of course,
Oh God,
too,
I wouldn't know where to start with that, Michelle.
I mean, we
I'd
all,
just
let's be
be.
honest, we all conveniently love the stuff that comes out of the ground, don't we? The gas, the oil, you know, for fuel, right? Because it's convenient, right? Just open the valve and turn on the thermostat. The gas valve opens, the pilot lights it, flame, hot heat, instead of having to deal with trying to stoke a fire and have to deal with ashes and soot and cleaning out the cinders. Yeah, but unfortunately, you might have to get used to doing that again.
Yeah. Well, did you say if prices are going to rise the way they're going to continue, we might be ending up back in the sort of 80s and 70s and things?
Yeah.
And in terms of prices and in terms of inflation and things like that. And it's going to be. I hate the word preppers. I hate the word preppers. I hate these people that go about saying I'm prepping tins
You
and
know, it's an
stuff.
art
Don't get me
museum.
wrong. I understand it. I
Wings
understand it.
of the Reich. Fourth Reich. Can I shout you out? I just shouted you out. Hello. How you doing?
Oh, that sounds nice, Queen.
Yeah, it's gonna be humid. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, humidity is definitely the word of the day for today. The sunshine isn't out, but it's got that really heavy air.
I think
And then
though,
by
I
Monday we're
have one
back
thing
up
to
to like
say though
28,
for
29 and
Germany and
stuff.
for other European countries that are going to obviously have to promote alternatives for gas and oil for heating. Make sure you plant new trees when you cut down the other trees, okay? Make sure you have enough wood growing in. Pine is fast and easy to grow, but unfortunately it's terrible because it makes creosote. So you might want to consider stocking up on other woods like oaks, maples, hardwoods. That burns better.
Yeah, but I think, Michelle, it's going to be very much more difficult now to meet these green energy targets they keep talking about. I think it's going to be virtually impossible to meet it by 2030 or whatever they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's going to be sustainable because you do need the other methods, whether they be nuclear or fracking, whatever
Yeah, I
you
could
want to
go with
call it.
nuclear, but they could also, if they have to, they could always go back to coal gas. But then they'll have to adjust the furnaces to run in coal
Yeah.
gas instead of natural gas. And then what are you going to do with all the coal tar? Yeah. Make more artificial colors. It was actually BASF, a German company that actually found a productive way to make colored dyes using coal tar. Something that the British never did. They never found the use of coal tar besides dumping it
No,
into
I've
the
never heard of
Thames.
it before. Never heard of it. No, never heard of it before.
Yeah. Coal tar is the residual left over from gasification using bituminous coal to make coal gas that was used back in the 19th century for many homes. And the only problem with coal tar is highly rich in carbon monoxide, which is bad. You could use it as a gas chamber too. Really, unfortunately,
Do they still use the gas?
it has happened in a
Still
lot of homes, and somebody leaves the gas jet on, and the next thing you know, all the family members are dead because somebody forgot to turn the gas jet off.
do they still use the gas chamber over there? I know over
We do
here
in
it
Arizona,
was the
yeah.
firing squad.
Arizona has
But,
still has a gas chamber. I think a few
right.
states do, actually. Most of them went with injectable poisons, but
I'd go with that one. You know. Just saying.
firing squad is being used in a couple states in the United States now too because of the injectables.
And they're starting to use it in Eastern Europe as well. They're starting to reintroduce it, and it's getting a little bit worrying because Belarus, Russia.
Now, I've never heard somewhere though that the UK is now independent. I've heard that the UK might consider going back to the death penalty, but my question is,
They are considering it, and I think it will probably a big yes.
What do you think it's going to be? Hanging?
It'll probably be something more humane. It doesn't need to go back to the hanging thing.
I don't know. I think hanging is pretty humane, actually. It's usually pretty quick.
Oh, no. It sounds awful. No.
Well, it seems awful because you just choke to death. But then on the other hand...
I think it more breaks your neck if you
it's
fall.
going to be pretty quick. Really, maybe a firing squad I don't know, that's a possibility, but you guys don't even allow guns, so I don't know where you're going to get the guns for that, for firing squad.
Which is why I'm thinking it'll be something along the lines of something like
I
I'm a
sure
dazzle
doubt it's
army.
going to be guillotine. I don't think the British people ever got into the guillotine thing.
No, it's more French. It's more.
Yeah,
That's
it's more of a French
Francois
thing.
talk. That's Francois talk.
Coal, it depends which type of coal, because bituminous coal smells kind of sulfury. Anthracite coal, it doesn't smell as quite the same. It's lower sulfur, which is good.
Michelle, Queen of YouTube was saying, I don't think our friends Wings here is in charge of Germany's clean energy program. And Wings of the Fourth Reich says, gangster grandma died 2 years ago. And
Yeah,
got sounds like, no, what's fair enough. Shit happens.
yeah. Population control. Well, the thing is like now is that I think in some ways humanity keeps getting 2 steps ahead, 1 step back, or is it seeming like 2 steps back forward, 2 steps back, every step forward, because all the technology, and it's like, oh gee, now guess what? All the technology is clearly not going to work anymore because it depends on a certain resource. It's not going to be available.
Right, well
Available.
that's probably the main reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what's going to happen is that who knows? Maybe you might actually see people have to go into the candle shop to buy candles for their homes. No, maybe not quite that bad.
Oh, hopefully not.
I
So
hope it
yeah, that
doesn't get that
gets
bad.
that stage.
Because you know what?
Otherwise, I won't be
Most
coming
people
back
don't
here.
realize this, but originally candles, when they were made out of beeswax, this is a reason why there was so many monasteries had beekeepers, because the beeswax was used to make candles for the church, and
Oh, yeah.
to light the altars and stuff in the church.
Right.
And they're still preferred over the more modern paraffin candle.
Is that because it's less toxic, or?
I think it's probably because it burns a little brighter, I think.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
But nowadays, in fact, did you know that the Vatican used to use like 1,800 candles in a single session, in a single day?
Wow.
1,800 candles just to light like the Sistine Chapel.
That's crazy.
That is a lot of candles.
Yeah, just a tad. Just a bit,
Yeah.
So, Michelle, are you going to be doing a night show tonight, or
I
what's the
might
plan?
be. I'm gonna be honest. I say might because it's depending on how the heat goes. I'm gonna have to play it by ear.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty hot.
Like I did the show yesterday, and I could have easily sat on the porch and did it because the because no one really was here, and I was like, okay, no one was really here. 2 in the morning, and like I said, I turned the phones on. They didn't ring. There was no calls coming in. I was like, well, this is a waste of my time. I could have been sitting on the porch.
Well, at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody that's viewing you, and if the views are there, the views are there. You just got to say, well, that's a plus. That's a plus in my opinion.
And I gotta do Mr. Laugh's
your
tarot
opinion.
reading because he asked me to do a tarot reading, which is pretty simple.
Okay.
He's considering moving back to his hometown, and from where he's living now, and he wants to know if he might be better off.
Okay.
So that's what the tarot reading is going to be for Mr. Laugh
tonight. Well, I'm going to go and head off, Michelle, and get something to eat because I am rather hungry. But I will be on the night show tonight if you do want.
All right. Well, I should be. I mean, I don't know what time. See, that's just the thing. I don't know what time. Because I
No
have to
problem.
see what the temperatures are going to be like.
Hopefully not too extreme. My
Yeah.
neighbour dogs are outside barking, so
Yeah,
they're doing my head in.
we'll
So
see. I don't know. I don't have the way my phone, but my iPhone has a way of looking at the hourly play-by-play and the temperatures, but unfortunately, the Android phone doesn't have that feature. So
I think it's going to be around about 35, 36 degrees by the time it
it's
gets
supposed
to.
to be 33 for us as the peak.
Okay. Well,
So
that's what I meant for you guys. Yeah, that's what it's meaning.
so it's good. Yeah, right now it's 30 degrees Celsius.
That's pretty warm.
It's
You
okay
know,
right now. Expected high is 32, the high expected low is 23. Real Fuel
23
says
seems
it's going to be
nice.
36
Yeah.
degrees Celsius. Uh, like I said,
Well,
I'm
they're
not
saying
looking.
next week it's going to be possibly 41.
Oh, God.
Possibly 41.
What's the real
And
feel on that? I mean,
that's more in the southern areas, but up here maybe 35, 34. This is
yeah.
for next week though, so just roll on, as I say, roll on
Let's
September.
see. They're trying to
Hopefully
impeach
it's gonna
Justice
be.
Thomas. Really? No. I don't know. Like I said, the situation with the situation right now, the weather is just kind of unpleasant. I agree with you. I don't think it's going to end until maybe mid September, maybe at the earliest.
Hopefully. But then, I think I mentioned yesterday, I've seen September hotter than July.
How's
You
your
know,
cat been doing with the heat?
how's my what? Sorry.
How's your cat doing with the heat?
It's funny. She just seems to sort of like not take it in her stride. Well, takes it in her stride completely and doesn't seem to bother with it at all, which I don't understand.
Well, remember she has a higher body temperature too. Cats have a body temperature of about 40 something degrees Celsius, and like they're so it's gonna
Well,
be
sometimes she'll seem to lie down on the floor,
yeah.
and then suddenly she's up jumping about like crazy again. I'm like, how can you do this? You know, it's like
Yeah.
we're dying here. You know,
I have
but
no
it is
idea what the
funny.
night show is going to be like. I thought last night's night show was going to be like that, but it didn't happen that way. Probably because at the time I had it at 2 in the morning, I think most of the trolls went to bed. Yam Ranch came on, or tried to come on.
Michelle, I did a live stream where I put I think I told you about this, where I put
Yeah.
white cream all over my face and stuff like that, and Yam was he was actually okay in the end. He was actually okay in the end,
Okay.
and he I don't think he's as bad as what he would like himself to think he is.
Well, I'm sure he's got his good side too, but it's like I think what it is that people have turned this channel, think this channel is some kind of a comedy channel, which it really isn't.
Yeah, it's not really funny. It's not really funny, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep the show kind of on a sincere level. Yeah, I joke around with you guys a little bit too, but I don't really. It's not like slapstick comedy or something. It's just
oh, Queen, you'd love this one. You could have her. You can have her
like
anytime you
when I
want.
talked about this morning. If you watch the replay on the phone on the show, it was like I was trying to find out the weather to come up with something a hussy wussy through events or something. I was like, what in the hell is that? This is what I looked up in Siri. I was like, what the hell is this crap? I said.
I think something, Michelle. What
Next thing you know,
the
here
best thing to do.
I'm busting out laughing. It's like, what the hell is all this?
Well, that's sometimes the best thing to do. Just
Yeah.
laugh it off and just don't let it.
I think it's
Don't
because the
don't
way I
acknowledge it.
talk.
You
I think
know, don't
sometimes
acknowledge
Siri
it.
gets confused.
Yeah,
Um,
well, keep Siri on the go. keep studying the go.
Yeah.
And it might work. It might work. But I honestly, I've always said this before, and I've done this for years. Okay, I just don't let it. It just doesn't bother me. It's just stupid. It's really just stupid, and it's not interesting, and it gets boring very quickly. It gets boring very, very quickly, and it really
Yeah.
does.
I think too. The other thing is too is that with YouTube is that I think that there's I don't know. YouTube is just kind of dying as a platform overall because it's like,
Yeah, it's not the same as it used to be. That's for sure.
oh, it used to be
Mhm.
better. You used to be able to stink in a little bit of music and they just go, oh, that's okay. Now it's like you do music, all of a sudden, terminated,
Yep,
blocked
that's it.
internationally. You know, and like, wait,
Your
why?
stream is your stream's down because of one little bit of music, but again,
They
it's
can,
like
yes, they did to me. Oh, in October of 2019, this is before I got hurt and like I couldn't stream at all, and I couldn't even find a way to appeal it or get Federator Allied Media to remove the block. And I contacted the company that I shared the link of or the play the stream from, and they said, well, turns out I guess Federator upset them too because Brightside was like, well, it is our content, but you did show at least the copyright information. You did show that you were legit.
hmm
But I guess Federator decided because they said, no, because you're an MCN, and guess what? We own you. And I guess,
pretty much that's exactly how they think. That's exactly how they think now because they think because you're on their channel, we own you type of thing, and
multi-channel
you
networks,
must go along
yeah.
with what we say and do, whatever.
That's why I would never join an MCN. I was offered a couple times to join an MCN. I said, no way.
But Queen is right about something. I mean, this thing, you can play music that is public domain. Now, I think, from what I can gather, from what I remember, you can also play live versions of their songs. Say, for example, you're playing Bruce Springsteen or Michael Jackson or something like that.
Actually, in the
You,
United States, music that is older than 30 years old is now playable on YouTube, and you cannot be getting copyright strike by the original artist because the music is copyright has expired. Anything that's
right.
older than 75 years, the copyright has expired on it.
But I think you can play the live versions of their songs, if that makes sense. Say Johnny Cash. Say what if you play a Johnny Cash
Sometimes
song.
I tried to play
You,
ACDC for Skynet, and I couldn't play him, but I could play Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and version of it. And of course, they still wanted their share of my revenue. I was like, oh, come on. I don't mind
right.
working. See, here's what I've said this before at my channel. The reason why we play the music in the end is that publisher is willing to share the monetization, so they're not as bad. And if they said to me is, we're taking all of it, then I'd say, well, then you're not going to get any more airplay from me.
Well, that's fair enough. I can
But
understand
they
that.
say, well, share revenue.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's fine. I don't mind that. Share revenue with me, share and share alike. I don't mind. You share with
Right.
me.
Share alike. Exactly. That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah.
But when you're selfish, like SME and UME and WMG, and demand all the revenue from the whole video for a 5-minute piece of music, that kind of is unfair. That's just kind of unfair.
Yeah, I mean, music's there to be listened to and loved by everyone,
Right.
and it's just, but people like Sony and all these companies, I mean, they're
saying is we own it all.
yeah, they're even greedier than we even thought,
But the thing is I would say is there is, from what I understand, there are some licensing companies that you can subscribe to, which will let you play certain music and don't have to worry about copyright strikes and all
Right.
this. But there's only one question
Queen-
that they never explain to
Queen
you
was saying
is,
that.
here's this. How do you make sure that you know that that song is you get the license for it? I mean, do they give you secret code? Do they?
I wouldn't know, Michelle. I wish I did, because if I did know that, I would be doing it.
Yeah.
So somebody must know, but I personally
No, apparently
don't.
you gotta subscribe into this company, and then I guess they do something with YouTube that says, "Hey, it's okay," she's already paying a license for this, and I don't know. This is just complicated. Copyright law is a mess. I don't mind sharing, like I said, revenue. You share revenue with me, I'll share revenue with you, no problem. But if you take all my
Yeah, it's
revenue and
50-50. It's like give and take, as you say, type of thing.
like they get 50% of the monetization, that's just fine. I don't think that's really. I still kind of think it's a little bit unfair, given the fact the video is
It
so 2.5
is, yeah.
hours long. But basically, it's okay because at least I don't have
I
to worry.
suppose,
Because
like you'll get
could you imagine how
people.
the end of the video would sound if there was no music to it? The music that Tiger Kitty used fits the video. If you took that music out, what are you left with?
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a thing.
Pretty
No.
much. Just a couple sound bites here and there, and a couple camera angles, and that's it. No something to set the mood.
So it's not really worth listening to in the end.
Yeah.
Michelle, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and get some food because I'm very hungry and
Okay.
really need some food. And if you are doing a night stream tonight, I will join it. 100%.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. Maybe, if I do it outside on the porch, it wouldn't be easy to have the panels. It would just be me, just like it's with me and Krista, basically being me, the camera, and since my iPhone is in the shop,
Okay.
I do got my other iPhone laying around. It has a dodgy battery too, but maybe I can use it to plug it into a charger and use it as a camera. It's an idea.
Just see how it goes. But if you are on, I will definitely be on. But I'm gonna love you and leave you all, guys. Have a good day and don't get too hot, and try and keep cool.
Right. Oh yeah, easy on the sauce, okay? You know what I mean?
Yep, that too.
Hey,
no sauce.
Drinking
tonight.
alcohol in this kind of heat is suicide. Don't do it.
Yeah, I know that. Hey, I'm too tired even to contemplate that now. So, but have a good one, and I'll speak to you all later. Take care, Michelle.
So I'll talk to you soon, then. You have a nice day.
Bye now.
Yeah.
Likewise. Bye.
So there we have Andrew, and he's doing okay, holding on. This hot weather, and there's actually some game music you can't even play because of the same problem, copyrights. I remember when I played World of Warcraft, all of a sudden Sony UMG says, "That's our music! You can't use it! This video is now blocked and we're taking all revenue of it." That's why I have to turn the songs off in the videos. Otherwise, I would let the music play. It gets complicated too because even if you use a YouTube music library, the problem is that music library is only for YouTube. It doesn't cover Twitch. So then you get the same problem. But Twitch seems to be a little more understanding because it's a live stream platform. So maybe in the replays, your music may be blocked, but the live panels, live streams, the music is fine. But they really do got to fix the copyright laws in the United States, big time. Because the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which was made in 1994, is really broken. And it doesn't just cover music either. Unfortunately, it also covers right to repair and digital property, intellectual property, which includes even software hardware encoding, right to repair. Companies can lock down their source code and everything and say, you can't fix this, you can't fix that, you need to use our special software, which we're not giving you. That's what the right to repair people have been particularly limiting on and saying is we need to be able to fix their stuff. And these companies are like, yeah, I don't think so. It's like it's kind of stupid. Um, but I mean, I'm glad that the morning show has been going pretty good today. Music that's in the public domain in the United States has to be music that is over 75 years old. So music from the 20s is okay. Maybe some music in the 30s. That's about it. So, I don't know. By the time the music from the Beatles and the Rolling Stones goes into that situation, YouTube will be like more than likely long gone. Because YouTube itself will pretty much fade away, just like everything else in life. It's kind of like the song "In My Life" by the Beatles, right? Some places I remember, some are gone and some remain. And, yeah, copyright's kind of weird that way. But, so right now it's still pretty toasty out here. Definitely a Quiznos moment. And, it's still nice to have you guys on in the morning show. We'll see if we can try to get an afternoon or evening show up. I do maybe, like I said, right now it doesn't feel too bad right now. Maybe I might go play some more World of Warcraft. Maybe I might play some more American Truck Simulator. Since I just signed up for hazmat, like a hazmat under my license, now I can haul propane, diesel, gasoline, acetylene, oxygen, gases, liquids. Yeah, right. That's kind of scary to think about. Don't ever want to do that in real life, seriously. Normally I just carry things like frozen food and things that are fairly safe to carry. But that's just like I do in World of Warcraft. And it's the same thing. I take it easy. I do like American Truck Simulator. But for now, it's been a nice, good morning. We had a good show, and we'll see what we can do tonight. Tonight's show. Are we gonna have music? Are we not gonna have music? I don't know. I really don't know what tonight's gonna be. But for now, you guys stay cool, okay? Stay easy on the alcohol and stuff. And I'll see you in the morning. Okay? See you tonight. We don't know what time, but just keep an eye on the notifications. Alright, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry because you're going to be eating a lot of it. No. I don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well,
into
I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want big whoppers.
These are the real deal, baby. These are real.
But you wouldn't want, you've seen Rosie. They're massive.
I know. But then again, we also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything sags. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick.
Ulysses. Fight.
That's how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. All right. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep.